When you level up in business and in your personal life, the past version of yourself dies. Whew. And it's not a peaceful, pretty death either. That version of yourself will go kicking and screaming all the way. But that's okay. That's how we actually grow. That's how we actually level up, as you want to call it. That's how we see improvements in our income, in our relationships, in our health, in our understanding, in our mental state. The version of yourself right now has created the life that you're currently in. And in order to get to the next stage of life, like I said, whether it be money, relationships, whatever you're looking to do, you can't do that as the current version of yourself. Because if the current version of yourself would have 20K months, you'd be making 20K months. And if you're not in that place, then it's not it. So when we actually level up and do things that cause a change in our life, whether it be for the positive or the negative, we are no longer the current version of ourselves. That self dies. But the thing is, that current version of ourselves, the past version, it does not want to die. It wants to live. It's afraid of change. And this has been a huge breakthrough, is it not wanting to die causes you to have resistance, causes you to procrastinate, it causes you to have anxiety around doing a certain task. It causes you to want to avoid and go do something else that's more fun and can give you instant gratification. It causes you to have doubt and fear. It causes you to get distracted. It causes you to have warped priorities. Not focusing on the right high impact task, thinking what you're doing is going to get business when it isn't. This is how the current version of yourself stays alive. But the thing is, it's not getting us closer to our goals. It's not giving us the income we want. It's not giving us the life we want. The desires that you have. And it's pretty crazy that so many people will hop from strategy to strategy. Oh, this cold outreach strategy doesn't work. I'm not sending in a volume amount of messages. I gotta go use automation, or automation's not working. It's too broad. I gotta go. Let's go try cold email, or it's not outreach at all. It's YouTube. We gotta do content creation. That's how we do it. Any of these strategies work, but because you're looking outside of yourself and you're wanting your current self to survive while you achieve that new result, you're not making progress. You're not getting sales through any method you're trying to do. And it's such a crazy thing, because in all honesty, this is the secret to business. And of course there are skills to learn. That's an important piece, and there's still value to business strategy. But once you learn it, you learn it. You don't forget it very easily. A new course teaching you how to do lead gen, a new agency helping and coming you do this, is not going to be anything revolutionary. All the information out there to help you make $100 million a year is there. In fact, I'd argue you've probably already ingested all the information you need. But you have to start looking inwards now. And this is really the true power of having somebody to work with you one-on-one, right? Maybe it'd be a coach, maybe it'd be even a therapist in some cases, although I have some qualms with therapy in terms of being actually effective. I won't get too far into that. But you need somebody to be able to help you have these realizations. And it can be yourself, of course. But so many people are just looking for the next strategy, the next tactic, the next hack, when the answer to reaching their goals is getting past that resistance of their current self, trying to keep them where they are, and moving on to the next stage of their life, the new version of themselves. And the important thing is that, that current self dies, but it's okay. It's still to be remembered. The version of myself in college who had tons of friends that were more acquaintances and loved to party all the time, he's no longer with us, right? But he has good memories in my heart, and that's okay. But he wasn't going to help me get to where I am now. He's not going to help me get to where I want to be. So how do you actually beat the resistance? Actually doing work. Doing the things that you know will cause you to change and level up in your business. Doing the cold outreach. Making the content. Creating that YouTube video. Pressing play on the ads. Right? Turning the ads on. Why do you think there's so much resistance to doing those things that generate new clients? It's because you get new business. You make more money. And when you make more money, you have more responsibility. More responsibility is change. You have more money to handle. Maybe you can get a bigger house. Maybe you should save it, put it in investments. Maybe someone, your friends won't like you anymore, right? You made too much money for them. They're going to make fun of you now, whatever that may be. It's change. You're afraid to do the cold outreach. You're afraid to create the content. You're afraid to post that video because you're afraid of changing. You're afraid that the current version of yourself is going to die. When I first grasped this, I'll tell y'all, it's a very powerful concept, because now that you understand when you're doing the outreach, and even if it feels bad, if you're creating the content and it feels terrible, you're anxious about it, know that's actually you growing. That is actually you reaching your goal. That is you increasing your pain tolerance to the next level, to be the next person that can withstand enough pain and responsibility to have $10,000 months, to have those high 5-figure months. So that being said, this is a challenge similar to the post I had this morning. I want to challenge you to get out there when you start doing your cold outreach, when you start creating content, start looking at yourself and looking at your brain. How is your brain acting? What is it telling you? Oh, we can't do this, or oh, let's watch a YouTube video, or oh, someone responded to us, let's pull up our phone, or I'm comfortable, I have enough clients, I'll get business on referrals, right? What is your brain telling you? And this advice is helpful for, I'd say, all entrepreneurs, but the ones I think that can really, really grasp it are the ones who are already making consistently, $10,000 a month, maybe $5,000 a month plus, maybe even $20,000, but they haven't understood why they've been able to do so. And there's one or two little bottlenecks of resistance that are still holding them back. And that is really, truly the secret to reaching higher income months. You know what you need to do. You've read enough. You've listened to enough podcasts. You've watched enough YouTube videos. You've read enough books. You know. But there's resistance that's stopping you from doing those things you know you need to do, pulling you away from what's most important. So, first thing I want you to do is just recognize that resistance when you're starting to do something that's a little bit challenging, that pushes you, that will generate new revenue and income for your business. Notice how it feels, and noticing something is the first step towards taking action. So with that being said, it's I don't think I would have had these breakthroughs if it wasn't for, potentially thousands of dollars that I spent on courses and time with mentors and people one-on-one to help me personally have these breakthroughs. And this is one of the reasons why I've opened up my last one-on-one spot here for the remainder of March, going in actually in on the 31st for a birthday special, to where I'm offering $2,000 off my container and 2 bonus one-on-one calls. I want you to have these same breakthroughs. And of course you can have them yourself. You don't need to pay me. You can have these breakthroughs yourself. But there's a certain stage to where you almost know that you won't do what it takes to see that breakthrough, to have that next step, to do the actual work. And that's what I'm here to help you do. So that being said, hope you have a great rest of the day. I'll talk to y'all soon. Take care.